Inoue or Crawford? Who's your pound for pound number one right now?
I guess you could have a 1A, 1B, but I'll just go with Terrence. You know, if all things are even, it's always going to be harder. People are not going to like me saying this, but it's just the truth. If one guy is coming at 118 or 122 and he's from another country and the media is not as familiar with his opponents, the welterweight who has more familiar opponents, who's bigger, who's more recognizable, is always going to get the nod as far as pound for pound rankings are concerned. You know what I'm saying? If everything else is even. Because Inoue's performances are just as good as Crawford's. It's just that we not as familiar with we aren't as familiar with his opponents, and he's a lot smaller. So, you know, it's a shame because he can't help his size, but they always do get a little bit slight.
Do you think it's actually realistic that we will end up getting Inoue versus Tank, man? You think it's realistic?
That's
or
a Tank trainer right there. You gotta ask him.
I know, I did.
I don't know, man. That's a big size difference. I don't know. I don't know if that's. I don't know. How you doing? How you doing? Good.
Is that a fight you would want to see, though? Or it's just too much weight?
I think it's too much weight. Ex-Calvin, man.
I did.
I asked you about taking Inoue. I don't know, man. I just said he's too. I think Tank's too big.
Got it.
I think it's too much weight. Too much weight.
Just my last question. I don't know if you got a chance to see Anthony Joshua's fight.
A little bit. How many rounds did it go? I seen he stopped.
7 rounds.
Okay.
7 rounds. Do you think the way he looks, you think he'll end up winning against a Deontay Wilder, or you think Wilder's just gonna go in there and take him out?
At one time, I thought Anthony Joshua was on his way to the Hall of Fame. I was really impressed with his punch selection and everything he did. Everything about him. You know, the Klitschko fight, took that big right hand, he came back and won the fight by stoppage. I really don't know what happened though. I don't think it's a physical thing, but Deontay is crazy, man. You know what I mean? He's crazy in a good way. Like, he just goes after it. Him getting knocked out or losing, it doesn't affect him. It doesn't bother him. He's like he doesn't have any remnants of being gun-shy. He don't have any remnants of being careful. You know what I mean? And I think that Anthony is a talented fighter, but I think he's an overthinker. I think that he's always thinking, and that comes back to bite you. How you doing? That comes back to bite you as a fighter. And I just don't know if he's going to be, mentally up for that kind of fight, dealing with a savage like Deontay. Deontay is a savage. And this media, they didn't appreciate what we were looking at in him because he's limited with certain things, and they try to talk about his limitation. But I'm a guy, I like to talk about a guy's production of what the whole total package is able to do, and not just what he can't do. And no, he's not a great boxer. No, he doesn't have a good left hand. He doesn't have a lot of things. But his total package with his right hand and his speed and his athleticism and how mean he is and how competitive he is and how much heart he got, it makes him into a very formidable fighter. If you listen to Tyson Fury talk, you can tell how much respect he has for him because he knows what it was like being in the ring with a guy like that. And I just think that unless Anthony gets it together mentally, dealing with Deontay is going to be tough because he's always overthinking everything. It's almost like he tries to be a philosopher with a lot of things. Where Wilder in the ring, Wilder just a savage. He just go, and he just goes for it. Yeah, he's only one-handed. You know, when people say that to me, I say, you only had 2 hands. You only got a 50% chance of getting it right. It's not like you got 10 hands and the guy's using 1. He got 2 hands. You know what I mean? So he uses 1 more dominantly. I just got a lot of respect for both guys, but I think that right now, going by what I see from both of them, Wilder has the edge. I'll just leave it at that.